East Coast Pete. Welcome to my show with no name. The Smiths. They're from Manchester, 1982. Morrissey, John Marr, and Andy Rourke and Mike Joyce. This is 80s Brit rock of the first order, top drawer. But they imploded in 1987, but not before the release of 4 studio albums that all made Rolling Stone's list of 500 great albums. They are all considered a fusion of a fusion of punk and 60s rock, a rare combination due to the disdain punks had for the 60s. But the Smiths weren't punk, but they played punky. You are not just what you play. Ask Joe Strummer. Morrissey and Marr were the singer-songwriting heart of the Smiths. They met at a Patti Smith show when they were 14. They also liked the New York Dolls. One day Marr and a friend showed up at Morrissey's house to ask him if he'd like to start a band, and he would. They at first recorded themselves on a TEAC 3-track recorder up in Marr's attic. Morrissey chose the name. He wanted to stress an ordinary people image, the guy next door. With a band, he also threw out his first name, Stephen, which he did not care for. Everyone called him Maz anyway. They recorded a demo with 2 songs, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle and Suffer Little Children, at Manchester's Decibel Studios. Factory Records turned it down. Oops. Hand in Glove, a single on Rough Trade, made an impact, but not into the top 40 in the UK. John Peel liked it, gave the Smiths a recording session on his BBC radio show. And the contract with Rough Trade was very impromptu, signed by Marr and Morrissey with no secured division of future royalties. Big oops. As a frontman, Morrissey was the antithesis of a Mick or a Jim. He was awkward, shy, humble, but haunting and spectacled before nerd was cool. A cult following began for the post-punk normal. Their debut album went to number 2 in the UK. The press were sure that the songs were about pedophilia, even pro-pedophilia, but that was nonsense. This is hype. Pretty stupid. The sickness is no frivolous titillation, it's abomination. Still, the odor hung on. In lieu of serious rock journalism, more controversy from Suffer the Children about the Moors murders. It caused an outrage until it was firmly established that the song was a serious attempt to understand atrocities. Just because it's rock doesn't make it smarmy. Just ask Ian Dury. Second album, Meat is Murder, more political than the debut, pro-vegetarian. It was the UK's number 1 album in '85. The third album, The Queen is Dead, was number 2. How Soon Is Now is the best Smiths song to a non-fan. Touring took a toll, and the loose contract created distrust. Now the real money was being earned. Marr was hitting the bottle and Rourke was hitting the needle, Morrissey fired Rourke, and this added to the anxiety. Craig Gannon of Aztec Camera was brought in on bass. Rourke was reinstated and Gannon stayed as a rhythm guitarist, just in case. Morrissey was sober. His band and crew were not. Strange Ways, Here We Come was album number 4, and Marr left due to stress. A clone was sought, a facsimile was found, but it was too much for Morrissey. The Smiths fell like an anvil. Boing! The U.S. was just getting the Smiths at the time, and Strange Ways did well here, but it was too late. The Smiths had forged a fresh take on rock music, weather controversy, and unprecedented in short-lived success. Morrissey has continued success as a solo artist. Marr would resurface with electronic music and The is a band. I know, I reviewed them last year. Go check it out. He was also with Modern Mouse. Squeak! Rourke continued with Joyce. And he was with Badly Drawn Boy for a time. And that's what I have on the Smiths. I did forget to mention that they have a the, an S, and an S in one syllable. And somehow that is important. Probably not to you, but perhaps just to me. I'll point that out for you. It's a great band. If you're into this stuff, this is right up there with freaking Bo